to my channel. I just wanted to come on here and share with you all this little palette that I purchased recently, and it is the Kevyn Aucoin palette. The palette itself comes in this little case here. It's a little clutch that you can use to carry. You can either keep your palette in it for when you're traveling, or you can use this as a clutch itself, so either way it'll work. And then inside the clutch you're going to get a card, and the card tells you that the palette is called the limited edition Legacy palette. And the shades inside include some of the most iconic palettes that Kevyn Aucoin has done. This palettes 1, 2, and 3. It includes the Celestial Powder and Candlelight, and the Sculpting Powder in Medium. So let's take a peek at this and do a couple swatches so you guys can kind of see how this palette is. I am wearing this palette today on my eye look, and I'd have to say, I'm going to say already, I know this is going to be a buy or a buy video that I'm doing, but I'm going to tell you already that I would definitely recommend it. I purchased mine at Costco. I think they sell it on Beautylish also, so if you want to look at Beautylish and look at the pricing on it there. But the palette looks like this. It's very, very cute, like how they made this, like almost like a, it looks like snake print or something. I'm not real sure, honestly. And then you open it up and it's got a giant mirror. And then inside, you're going to get all of this. This is everything that comes in the palette. So this is the Celestial Powder, and this is the, I can't think of what it's called. This is the Sculpting Powder in Medium. And then here's all of your shadows that you get. And then it also comes with a nice little brush. And this brush actually is really, really good. It works really good if you're going to take a little bit of this powder and hollow out your cheeks. Don't put it on like that. But if you want to put it on and hollow out your cheeks, it is very pigmented. I will have to say Kevyn Aucoin's powders are very, very pigmented. So a little goes a very, very long way. You put it on and you're going to have to blend it out just a tad so that you don't look like a clown. We don't look clown face here. And then it comes with two other little brushes here. I have not tried these brushes, to be honest with you, because I'm not really fond of the small little eyeshadow brushes. I have brushes that I really like. But this will be great for if you're traveling, so you don't have to take extra brushes if you don't want to. So let's do a couple swatches here so you guys can see how this palette looks. I'm sure you've seen the Celestial Powder before, and I'm sure you've seen the bronzing. But if not, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick swatch so you can see them now. So the Celestial Powder itself looks like that when you swatch it. And then when you put it on your arm, it looks like this. So there's the powder. It's supposed to be like a highlighting powder. And honestly, it's a very, very light highlighting powder. I would say it reminds me a lot of the Hourglass powders, where it's not super strong, like it's not like going to give you the strobing effect. I do have it on my cheeks today, and I don't think it's too much. It's not overkill. In which, to me, if I'm going to be using a palette on an everyday use, I don't want this big strobing on my cheeks. I want to look more natural, have a natural glow. I don't want to look super, super glowy. Then the Sculpting Powder. Here's the Sculpting Powder in Medium. I just swatched it on the wrong finger. So I'm going to swatch it over here. Here it is again, swatched. And then I will swatch it on my hand. So there's what the powder looks like. The powders are actually really, really nice. They're finely milled so that they, I mean, when you put them on, they're very smooth and buttery. So that's why I really, really like this palette, because everything is so finely milled and it feels really, really good on the skin. It doesn't feel like it's gritty whatsoever. It's nice and goes on smooth. And it is highly pigmented, like I said. So like I showed you the sculpting powder. I mean, you put just a dab on and you're ready to go. So you're just going to blend that out a little bit. Unless you really want the deep sculpting, then it's going to be perfect for that also. So let's get into the color swatches up here. And I'm going to try to read you the shades real quick. Let's see if I can do this. So the first one here that you see is called Ice Gold. That's Ice Gold. Then there's Champagne. And then there's Wheat. There's Camel. There's Cocoa. And then there's Dark Chocolate. And then the bottom shades are Beige. Beige. Peach. Light Gray. Pewter. And Black. Right here, black. So that's all the shades in the palette. So let's do some swatching here. Let's have a little swatch fest. And let's put these on my arm. I'm going to take off my bracelet quick. So we'll swatch 3 at a time. So here's the first 3 powders. And those powders are, let's see. This is iced gold. This is champagne. And this is wheat. So let's go ahead and do them on my arm. Let's see. Just like that. So there's what the powders look like swatched. These two are very, very light because they are like skin tone colors. So they're perfect for laying down your color on your lid. Because normally that's what you do. You lay down your first color, your base color, and then you go ahead. That way there you have something to build on top of. So they're perfect for that. So there's 2 different shades there that'll work great for that. And then we'll swatch the next 3. And then I'll tell you the names of them. So here's the next 3. And these are Camel, Cocoa, and Dark Chocolate. So let's try them on my arm. So let's do a little swatch. Let's do it back here so you can see it maybe a little bit better. So there's the swatches. I love the colors in this palette. That's the other thing I really enjoy, is that it's like more of a neutral palette. I am a neutral girl, so, and I'm not really one for all those bold and bright colors. I know a lot of people like those bright colors. I just don't. So, I mean, this is why this palette really, really attracted me to it, besides the fact that it's Kevyn Aucoin. Okay, so let's swatch the bottom 3 here. So here's 1, 2, 3, and then I will read the names to you. And this is beige, peach, and light gray. So there's the 3. And then we'll swatch them down my arm. So beige, peach, and light gray. They're fantastic shades. I have no complaints whatsoever about this palette. I think to me, it's phenomenal. I think it's a wonderful palette. Let's go ahead and swatch the last 3 shades here. These 3 here in the bottom. And I'll read you the names. And we have Pewter, Espresso, and Black. And let's put them down my arm. Look how pigmented these shades are. I mean, I don't see where you can go wrong. This is why my eyes look so fantastic today, because I wore this palette. I really, really think this is a wonderful palette. I know it's a bit on the pricey side, but I mean, honestly, it's Kevyn Aucoin, so his stuff is pricey and the quality is fantastic. You cannot go wrong with anything from Kevyn Aucoin, I don't think. So if you are interested in this palette, I do highly suggest picking it up. I have not found any dupes for it yet, which, I mean, I probably should try to find some dupes for you all, since it is such an expensive palette. And that's something I will work on for you. I'll see if I can find some dupes for this palette. But other than that, I think this is a fantastic buy. I think that it's something that I'm definitely going to use a lot. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and swatches. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.